Welcome back to Water Riff Radio, where we explore the science, soul, and stories behind the water that sustains us. I am Amanda White, and this is the beautiful
Jill Marie, how are you today?
and today's topic may change the way you think and drink water forever. Water is listening. Speak with intention.
Oops.
Yes, you heard me correctly. The water in your glass isn't just a physical substance. It's living, responsive, and holds memory and energy, if you've never heard that before. And science is beginning to prove that, or what ancient wisdom has always shown us, water responds to words, emotions, and frequencies. So it is energetic. By the end of this episode, you will understand why this happens, how it impacts your health, and what you can do to harness this power every single day. Miss Jill is going to take it away with the water and intention, the science behind all of it.
Absolutely. So today I thought it would be kind of fun. I just got this water bottle with a crystal in it. We were trying to figure out what kind of crystal that was. So I'm not the crystal lady, but anyway.
We've got two.
Let's just start with some fascinating science, if you will. In the late 1990s, I don't know if you've ever heard of Dr. Emoto, a Japanese researcher who dedicated his life to studying the effects of intention on water. And I first came across his work, I want to say it was a reel or a TikTok video, and it was a woman in a bus station. And I think I watched it 3 or 4 times. It really, really created an impact on my thoughts about water. But he dedicated his life to studying these effects, and he conducted groundbreaking experiments showing that water crystals changed shape depending on the words, music, or prayer that they were exposed to. Absolutely fascinating. His experiment, he documented in the book, The Hidden Messages in Water. It reveals that water crystal forms under different emotional and intentional conditions exhibited distinct patterns. And yeah, these experiments were just amazing. I'm thinking about the rice experiment that he did and the plant experiment, not just the water crystals. So these experiments actually, when exposed to loving positive words, intentions, and emotions such as love and gratitude, which I believe gratitude and love have the highest frequencies, positive words like thank you or I love you, it formed a beautiful symmetrical crystal under the microscope. And
like I'm trying to see if I had that book over there, or if I packed it already, because then I could show the picture. I didn't even think about that.
I meant to pull up the video too. I have a video too. When exposed to negative words, intentions, and emotions like anger, fear, I hate you, the crystals become very distorted, fragmented, and chaotic looking, like the frequency that it is. So while his work was met with a lot of skepticism, it has sparked a wave of research in the field of water consciousness. Amazing. Scientists and researchers worldwide are now exploring how water can conduct as a medium for transmitting information and how our intentions and emotions can influence the structure of water. I know you hear a lot about structured water, hydrogen water, oxygenated water. I mean, all of this, these are the elements of life, if you think about it. And they are in our water, which is my main focus and passion on when you have toxins in your water, like, can the intentions be skewed? So without that, the visible pattern that sound makes in water support the idea that vibration and intention affect water's molecule structure. And here's why this matters. The human body is made up of roughly 60 to 70% water. if water holds memory and responds to energetic input, the words we speak, especially to ourselves, our thoughts and our intentions are shaping the water that we're drinking. So can you imagine having chaotic water in your body running through your body that's 60 to 70% water? You've got a lot of chaos in there. Could it
And
be inflammation?
I may be jumping the gun, but if we are 60 to 70% water, what are your internal thoughts shaping your internal everything? So also think about that.
Absolutely. So go on as to how does water respond to intention?
Well, with extraordinary properties. No. All right. So water, it lives in 3 states, right? Natural substances are found in solids, liquid, and gas on Earth. Its molecular structure allows it to act as a receiver and transmitter of information, as Miss Jill kind of, in a nutshell, put up top. So here's how it works. Water as a memory medium. Water has the ability to retain information. So when water is exposed to certain frequencies or energetics, it can remember these patterns and reproduce them. So awareness is really what you want right there. And this is why structured water, which has been intentionally treated to enhance properties, is believed to have healing and energizing effects. What was your biggest takeaway from that? Drop it in the comments. And then do you have anything to say right there, Miss Jill?
No, not yet.
And we have coherence and resonance. So water molecules can align and resonate with each other, creating coherent domains. How cool is that? These domains can amplify and transmit information. When we set an intention or express an emotion, we are essentially sending signals that can influence the water molecules. So if you're I'm trying to come up with like an analogy here. I mean, I guess everyone can relate to this. Like, say you're cooking and you're just in a bad mood. The food is not going to taste as good if you were in a good mood cooking with great intentions. When
Take that externally. Who's cooking your food at your restaurants?
Well, right. And then when you eat, you can feel. If you really sit down and step back and pay attention, like, how is that food actually cooked? How am I feeling once I eat it? Like, those kinds of things. You could feel energy. And then the role of frequency. So everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency. That's what makes some things solid and some things not so solid. And that includes our thoughts and emotions. So water, being a universal, can absorb and reflect these frequencies. Again, it is easily influenced, it's easily shaped just by Mr. Emoto's work, Dr. Emoto. Look him up, his work is genius. But as Jill said, there's a lot of skepticism there. So positive intentions and emotions correspond to higher, more harmonious frequencies, while the negative, lower, discordant frequencies. And again, you know kind of where you're at by how you feel and the people you're encountering. So Miss Jill is now going to take us into the practical applications and benefits.
This brings up a memory for me. When I first started learning about energy and actually feeling it like in my hands and playing with it, around the body, we did an experiment. This was a whole like weekend workshop. Like, we were with other people. We got to feel different energies in different people. And I got goosebumps. We did this experiment, not so much with water, but with orange juice. Oh, I got full body tingles. And it was so much fun because you can actually do it with water as well. Oh, it's 11:11. Yay. Um, what we did, we each got a glass, and mind you, this was store-bought icky orange juice, okay? Synthetic. This is the power of intention. And we each got a little glass of orange juice, right? Took a sip of it to taste it, see what it tasted like. Well, it was typical orange juice, like not great, but not bad, did the job and we're done. Then we started holding different intentions with our orange juice. So we held the intention of, hate, thinking of something where you felt mad, angry, or just like unsure, wishy-washy, something you had doubt about. And then we took a drink of the orange juice, and it was actually very tart and sour. It was quite amazing. Then we regrouped, held our orange juice, and our intentional thoughts were love and purity and, healthy and wealthy and all the things, gratitude for having the orange juice. And when we took a sip of that orange juice, it was so good, so sweet and perfect. And it was amazing. Was it the orange juice that changed, or was it our perception, our thoughts, our intentions that changed? Because our body, our vibration, got goosebumps. I can feel them like right here behind my ears, and it just makes me go, it like tickles me. We rise and we fall, and I mean our body, our cells, everything has consciousness. So our thoughts and our intentions literally dictate all of it. And which kind of goes back to, and I don't mean to get off on a tangent here. It kind of goes back to, why do some people, they can eat crap, they can drink crap, they can smoke, they can drink, but they have the most amazing mindset. They live a great life. They're not ill. They're not this. They're not that. And then you have other people that are so worried about toxins and having the right this in order to be that. I mean, they're looking for everything outside of themselves to make it good, to protect themselves. You can kind of feel the energies there to protect ourselves. And so this brings in fear and such. And, I know a couple of people in my own life that I've lost, and they've done all the things. They've done everything with their health. They've had the best food and the best, lifestyle and the cleanest lifestyle. However, they've been the most sick because of their thoughts and their intentions. So I truly believe that Dr. Emoto's work is quite extraordinary. Whether you believe it or not, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it plants a seed for something in the future, maybe you'll come back to this and have a look at it. You'll be like, I remember that Mr. Dr. Emoto, and I'm going to look him up. Pretty amazing. But let's get into practical applications.
Yeah.
So understanding that water responds to intention opens up such a world of possibilities, as I've kind of just went through, for enhancing our well-being and our environment. Some of these practical applications are structured water that you've heard of. By intentionally structuring water, we can create more coherent and life-enhancing forms of water. And they have instruments. They have some that are mobile, some that kind of look, they're tubing. There's so many ways to, quote, structure your water. It can be achieved through methods like vortexing, using crystal grid.
You can come to Arizona for that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, or simply just expressing gratitude and positive intentions while hydrating. Another modality that I had the pleasure of of knowing was it's called balance by numbers. It sounds so silly, but the creator of this spent his whole life literally identifying the frequency attached to everything. And you could actually write it on your water. You could write it on your body. Like, it was so amazing. Balance by numbers is that modality. It's pretty amazing. But things like that, I mean, we can create what we want intentionally if we just learn that it is all inside of us. Water is just the vehicle. Water allows it to come in, to pass through, to exit, to detox. I mean, water, this is why water is so powerful, in my opinion. You also have healing and meditation. Water can be used for a medium for healing and meditation. I've seen a lot of meditations, sessions inside of pools now, like on a floaty, water.
Huge out here.
On a boat, paddle boarding, like meditation and water. Oh, powerful.
Sound baths, paddleboarding. You are right. You could do some kind of sound therapy, sound healing. Those are huge out here right now.
But we think they're woo-woo. But as we start learning, it's all inside of us. Go ahead.
I was going to go off on a tangent. I'm not going to do it.
Go ahead. So this can be particularly powerful when combining with other modalities such as Reiki or sound therapy, like Amanda had mentioned. I've even seen, and I've done this I created my own modality, the Marye theory. And by learning all of these different modalities, for me, modalities mean rules. And for me, this is just my personal opinion and what I live by. I make my own rules for my healing. I don't think there is one way for everyone. I feel like the healing comes through so many different ways. It's up to us to find the way that's right for us and be exposed to that. But I will put in my little sound bowl, I put water in there and I put it on my subject. If they're with me, if they're like in front of me, if they're, in another state or something, obviously I do by proximity, but just having, I've got goosebumps like on my shins today. This is crazy, but it is so healing with the power of intention. So the other one is environmental impact. It obviously doesn't just affect the water that we drink, but the water in our environment. I mean, we can clear water wherever we go. Cultivating a positive and loving relationship with water. I must have drowned in a past life. I am so fearful of water. However, I'm learning that water is just the vehicle. It's just an element. It's my fear that's kept me from it. But I mean, look at the blue zones on our planet and the healing power of those. This all has a ripple effect, promoting harmony and balance in nature. Totally. So speaking into your water, uplifting your energy. What you can do is hold your glass with both hands, and I've got a crystal in here. So you can speak words like, thank you for nourishing my body and soul, hydrating my cells and making them so full of love and light. I infuse this water with love and healing. You can use written words. You can put tape on here of the sentences of the words you want to put on here. You can write directly on the bottle. I've done that with marker.
Write them on pieces of paper and stick them under the bottle and set the bottle on top. If you don't want to write on your bottle.
Yeah, exactly. It comes off. It all comes off. You can play tones, crystal bowls, or uplifting music near your water source. And 528 hertz is often called the love frequency and is said to enhance hydration, well-being, and try it for a few days if you want, and see if you overall feel better.
And I always say, try it for a few days so you can see the difference
Mm-hmm.
in your mood and how you act and how you show up. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you know you're doing something that's going to change everything, it's so different how you actually do it.
It is. It is. And I mean, mind you, not just with water, you can do this with your food, your coffee, anything that you're putting in your body, your clothing. You know, we had a class on toxic clothing. You can set the intentions where we talk about you can't change everything at once. I mean, you can if you really want to, but why not set the intention for something different?
We don't suggest you change everything at once because it's very hard to sustain. Been there, done
Mhm.
that many, many times. I actually tried so many times to change everything at once, but it's too much. So again, we literally say one thing at a time, one thing at a time. What's priority for you? Because your priority is probably not going to be the same as Jill or I's priority.
Mhm.
So what is your priority? What is one thing that you want to change today? And
Mhm.
follow through. And then choose
Absolutely.
another thing that's top priority. So make a list of priorities and what you truly want moving forward with your water, with your space, with anything in your life.
Mhm. And it comes down to we all eat and drink. We all do the things. But when you sit a minute with intention in your water, it's who you're being while you're drinking. It's who you're being while you're doing the things that you're doing. And even if it's just moments of that intention, the outcome is quite different. Definitely.
100%.
So, how can we integrate this into daily life?
Bum, bum, bum. So this is this is these are the parts we love, right? When you program things with intention, it doesn't just affect you. It affects everything, everyone, even though they're unaware of it.
Mm,
You know, just like throwing a rock into the pond, the ripples out. Well, we didn't do that. We just threw the rock.
mm,
And everything is so unaware of that. But it's if we structure and program things with intentions, that's going to ripple out to other people. Because when we put love and honor in us, how do you think we show up in the world with love and honoring other people? And that's going to ripple to them, and they're going to take it, and that's going to ripple out, and that's going to ripple out, and that's going to ripple out. Same with water, right? When we pour it down the drain or release it back to the environment, we're sending that frequency of what it is, the way we programmed it, to the rivers, the oceans, and the water supply. And then we become a part of the blessing. It's a circle, the circle. And then this could possibly achieve global healing. How incredible is that? To think that we can set an intention and it ripple worldwide. That just gave me goosebumps all over the place. So, how can we experiment with this intention, Jill?
mm. How can we experiment with it? Well, we could actually do a blessing now if you want to, just to kind of go over.
Yes, I would love that.
It would be fun. Let's actually, yeah, let's move on with that. So if you have water, grab it. Or what would be fun if you don't have water, grab what you currently have and take a drink of it and see how it tastes.
I just finished my last sip. I got my water.
Oh, you can go get some more if you want.
I got water now.
Okay. Oh, good. So whatever you're drinking, hold your water, hold your drink with both of your hands, and just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out slowly. Now, silently or aloud, speak these words. I honor you. I love you. I thank you for sustaining my life. May you carry healing and harmony into every cell of my being. Visualize the water shimmering with light. See it becoming vibrant and alive. And when you're ready, drink slowly, imagining this energy filling your body cell by cell. Seeing your cells fill up with crystal clear water. You've just participated in a conscious act of co-creation with water. Water is listening. It's listening to your words, your thoughts, and your energy. Every glass is an opportunity to align your inner waters with the frequency you want to live in. I'm so glad you were here today for this. If this message resonates, drop in the comments. We'd love to hear more. Take us home, Miss Amanda.
I love that. I'm going to honor that moment for just one more second.
Go ahead.
All right. Taking it home. Taking it home. So, water is always listening to your words, to your thoughts, and your energy. Every glass is an opportunity to realign your inner with the frequency you want to live by. We truly appreciate you for joining us today. We'd love for you to drop your biggest takeaway, because water is more, like we said at the beginning, than just a physical substance. It's a conscious and responsive element that reflects our intentions and emotions. By speaking with intention to the water, we can tap into its healing and transformative power, just like we just did, enhancing our health, our environment, and our connection to the world around us. How did you feel once you infused that water? You felt nothing but love and tingles inside. Could you imagine what that's going to do to the whole world? Every drop of water you encounter is listening. Speak with love, speak with gratitude, and watch the world around you reflect your intentions back to you. We appreciate you joining us for Water Riff Radio. Stay conscious, stay connected, and stay hydrated. And if this speaks to you, reach out. We would love to help and guide you in the direction, whatever you're choosing to go, where you're choosing to go. We would love to be a part of that and to help you along your way.
Absolutely.
Do you have any other things to say?
We will see you next week and talk soon.
Hugs, dust, and water.